Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Flee Red States blog presented by Texas Pride Realty Group, sponsored and brokered by HomeSmart Stars. I'm Bob McCraney, and we are talking today about some of the changes that have happened to the LGBT community in the last 2 or 3 months, and how the community is reacting, and things that are going on politically in the United States that may make people decide that they need to move to some place where they feel like their civil rights are better protected. What you're seeing here on the screen is LGBTQworldmap.com that we created. It has several different layers to it. Right now, you're seeing the states highlighted with a little green check that have protections in place. If we lose federal protections for LGBTQ marriage or the overturn of Obergefell v. Hodges or the overturn of Lawrence v. Texas, which is the sodomy law. You'll also see that there are green stars on different countries where there are civil rights protections for LGBTQ people. We're here to not tell people they have to move or do anything other than to educate them on where they might go and give them some resources. Each of these circles is a clickable link, and from there you'll be able to go to a page on our website that gives you information about that state, what protections are available, and where you might be able to learn more. We try to source everything we can. For example, this is Illinois. This is showing they have a blue governor, they have a blue Secretary of State, Attorney General, the House and Senate are both blue. They do have legal protections in place. They ban conversion therapy, and they have marriage equality. If we lose federal protections, Illinois potentially could be a place where they would protect our rights. This would also be determined by how the federal system strips away our rights, whether or not they give the states the ability to protect us, or if they say no state can protect us. So each of these states are written up here with different information for each. And then we're also including some blog posts about each state so that you know current information about what's going on. These are blog posts that we've gathered across various news sources from LGBTQ and popular news sources that talk about things going on in each of the states. So this map is also available if you would like to check out places where it might not be advantageous to go. So these are states that still have sodomy laws on the book. So if we lose Lawrence v. Texas, these states immediately have sodomy laws. They don't have to go back into session to pass them. These laws are already on the books and waiting for us. So these states might not be advantageous to go to. I want you to check it out for yourself. These are just, giving you some information that you can go check on and see if that would be something that you would be comfortable with. We're also in here states with no protections, that have no protections on their books, to our knowledge, for LGBTQ people. And so if we lose the federal protections, the state would immediately not have any protections for us. These are countries around the world that you should take pause as an LGBTQ person if you're thinking about immigration. And each of these have a little link here to tell you if being LGBTQ is criminalized or enforced. For countries, there is the death penalty for it. So be aware of where you're researching, and give us some feedback. If you find something on the map that you think should be different, let us know. We also highlight golden visa programs. Golden visa programs are for people who are affluent and they can afford to spend a certain amount of money to get either a passport or citizenship in another country. We've done a lot of research here on different places, and we try to link to where our research is coming from so that you can see and find some more information about whether any of these countries would be good for you. You can overlay that with best countries for LGBTQ immigration and kind of see some similarities between whether they have a golden visa program or whether they are good for LGBTQ people. You can take off the golden visa and you can look at student visas. It might be time to go back and get some more education. Might be time to go get a second degree. It's a great way to start off and try another country and see if it's good for you. Also, we have retirement visas and something called digital nomad visas. Retirement visas are obviously if you're going to retire and you're going to live on your pension and just want to retire someplace nice. And then the Digital nomad visas are for people who can work no matter where they are in the world. As long as they have internet, they can work. These countries allow you to just come live there, rent a place, stay for a year or two. These visas are often very renewable, and they can be renewed either into another digital nomad period or into a different visa system. And it just allows you to try the country out for a while without having to make a huge monetary or life-changing commitment. Um, Among the countries that we see a lot of similarities hitting is the Western European countries. England, Ireland, Portugal, Spain, Iceland, those countries tend to light up on almost all the scales right now. Um, Hearing a lot of good things about Panama, although I have not been there myself. Hearing some good things about Mexico. In our previous video, we had a commenter write back that Mexico is actually quite welcoming. So I would love to hear more from people who've been to Mexico and might be able to help us understand that. As far as things on the United States front, we are, as of this recording, 4 days away from the change of power and the next incoming president. Um, his administration is already doing things that would be intriguingly bad for our people. There's anti-equality pushes in the Senate and the House to change healthcare for trans people and for people with HIV/AIDS. There's several reports out on that. You can read about this in our blog. We're going to put these on our blog. There's also, so this story was by HRC about changes in healthcare for trans people. And then this is a story that came out in Raw Story today that was about taking away healthcare for HIV care, which we've been fighting for this for ages. I can't believe this is back on the chopping block. And then Idaho has passed something through their legislature asking the Supreme Court to re-examine the Obergefell v. Hodges decision, which is what gave us gay marriage, I believe, in 2015. So if they overturn that, which is predicated, as I understand it, on the 14th Amendment and the Fourth Amendment, if they overturn Obergefell v. Hodges, there's going to be a lot of questions about the people who are married now. What does that mean? There are questions about trans people serving in the military. If the incoming president signs an executive order banning trans people from being in the military, what happens to their veterans' rights? What happens to their right to use their VA loan to buy a house? What happens to their retirement? There's so many open-ended questions, and we're 4 days away from this all starting, and we don't have the answers to that. But what we can do is help you learn more about places where you might be better protected, where there might be actual protections in place for people like us. This is all on our blog, fleeredstates.blog, and also fleeredstates.com. You also have access to the LGBTQ world map that you can get to here. It went away here. LGBTQ world map. And you can find as much information as we have. If you need more information, write to us. You can find all of our links on our websites, and we'd be happy to help you. And again, my name is Bob McCraney. We're a Texas Pride Realty Group, brokered by Home Smart Stars, and we hope to hear from you soon.